This is Mark Kunick. Good morning. I wanted to go over a subject about avoiding the problems that occur that come before us in our life. We want to basically just learn how to avoid things. That's the best solution, and also the best solution for to stay away from narcissists is to avoid. We got to learn to identify them and their ways, and learn quickly to avoid them. And that's the best thing that we can do. That's all we can do. We cannot change anybody. That takes a long, lifelong task to be able to try to change somebody. Or they got to change themselves, and we got to assist them in changing themselves. That's all we can do as a system, and they're the ones that ultimately have to make the decision to decide whether they're going to change or not. You can go to all the counseling in the world, go to church, go to all kinds of support systems, and ultimately the person doesn't change until they finally decide that they've had enough. And then they decide, and it just stops. It stops when they finally decide to stop. Then that's when it stops. But unfortunately, usually that happens when people get take it to the limit and to the extreme. Hopefully, we can learn to do that much sooner. Or my point is here is that if we know that we're the ones that make the decisions to stop up front, that it's ultimately always us, that there's nothing outside of us that's going to fix us. There's no counseling that's going to help you, no church, no anything like that is going to do it for you. Because if you're not ready to do it yourself, and you're not, and mainly it's because we don't know that we're the ones that decide to stop. We always think that something else is going to come, and if only this or that can come, or we're just waiting for this little magical wand to come and tap us on the head, and it's going to change. Or somehow we'll keep not changing until there's a feeling of there's something there that we're waiting for that's going to change it. But what that feeling you got is you. It's what you're waiting for is the missing link there, is that we are the ones that change it. We are the ones that have the ability to change it and fix it. Only us, no one else. So, but we're taught to look outside. So we sit there throughout our problems and throughout our addictions, and there's a feeling there that there's something's missing, that you're waiting for something to come to change it. And you just somehow never get that never comes. And then you wait and wait and wait, unfortunately, most of our lives, and then at the end, it's too late. So we have to know that we're the ones that decide. That's exactly what Jesus actually did, was lead people to their own switch. And that with their own belief, they healed themselves. He did not heal them, they healed themselves. He led them to their own switch, and then they triggered that switch, and they healed themselves. And that's what the placebo effect is. The placebo effect is that they give a group of people pills and tell them that it's a cure for, say, diabetes, and half of them is a sugar pill, the other half is just a regular is an actual pill. All of them actually get healed. The ones that believed that it was a pill healed themselves because of the belief. And the other ones that did take the pill that actually was a cure, it cured them. But the ones that just took a sugar pill, it cured them as well, because it was the belief that cured them, not the pill. So that same belief will also kill you. If you believe in sickness, and you believe that, and you're expecting, cancer runs in your family, and you're just bound and set on, you're going to get it too. Well, guess what? You will attract it to yourself by your belief. That same belief will kill you as well. So you cannot believe in being in sickness and stuff like that, and that that you can get sick, and that we're not capable of doing things that we are capable of doing. We got to believe in ourselves, and we got to. That's the thing. From a young age, we're taught to trust in everything outside of us. Always look to other things to help us and fix us, and we can't do this because we got to go through them to get it. We got to go through God. We got to go through a preacher to get it, to be connected with God, and and so forth. It just goes on and on.
So that's the scenario that we're faced with, that we're here on Earth. That's the society that we live in, and you know, just got to see it for what it is. Don't blame anybody. Just take the knowledge that you need to make the changes for yourself, and all the problems out there, just avoid them. Avoidance is the best, absolute best thing for you to do, and it's easy to do. You know, nobody can do anything to us without our permission. If we, and that's because we did not avoid them. If we learn to avoid and learn that we are in control of ourselves 100%, there's nothing else that's going to come along and that feeling that you got that something you're missing something, and you're just waiting for something that's going to come along and change it. It never will. That something that comes along is right there, right between your ears, right here. Your mind is right there in between your ears. That is where it's all at. So all you got to do is change your beliefs. Change the way that you look at things, and everything will change. And that's as simple as that. So the best thing to do is avoid. Avoid bad people, see the traits in them, and avoid them. You are in full control. And nobody can take anything from you. They can't take your power away from you either. You may think they're draining you, trying to drain you of your power and all that. They can only act in a way that, you know, and get you to think, get your focus on them. Once your focus is on the way they're acting, then you willingly give your power to someone else, because your focus is all over, you know, trying to focus on what they're doing and trying to figure out what they're doing. Don't give that energy to that. That's your energy, and you're giving it to what somebody's directing you to do. So don't be amused by it. Don't be confused by it, because uncertainty will make you more, draws you more to it. When somebody creates an uncertain environment around you, when you're uncertain, you know, you're going to lose yourself, and then you're going to be hating on yourself and be mad at yourself because you're in an environment that's very uncertain, and you can't be around somebody that's uncertain, that creates uncertainty. It's just like if you go and if you're drinking all the time, get all drunk or drugging or something, you become insecure and uncertain of yourself, and because of that's what the drug does to you, and the alcohol will do to you. It makes you more uncertain, because you're not tapping into yourself anymore, and you get more insecure and stay away from people, isolated from everyone else, because you're uncertain of yourself. So, and if you're in an environment where somebody's building uncertainty around you or in you, avoid them, get away from them, stay clear from them completely. So avoidance is the only thing we can do. We can only control ourselves and in the way we think, and not let others influence us to do things. And we're always going to be mad at ourselves. We'll always be upset with ourselves. The anger that you will have is in yourself, because you're not able to avoid, and you're not able to stay away from those kind of things. And know that you are in control, that you are the one that always decides that you can or can't. You can go through all the counseling in the world, go to church, everything, all your life, and you'll see it doesn't do anything for you. It will, I mean, any kind of support system is good. Church is good for you in a time that you need, you know, maybe you just need some support and some love from others, things like that. It's good for that. But as far as you changing, that all is you. And the renewing of the mind is to reprogram yourself. It's not dipping yourself in water and you come out and you're the same thing. Nothing's changed. The only way that you can do that is to begin to reprogram yourself, so that you and change your thinking, or erase your tape and re-record a brand new one. Record one that's one with a better thinking, much better thinking, and surround yourself in a better environment, because we are who we hang around with. We don't want to hang around, you know, with bad influences or anybody that's not good for you. You always want to be uplifting, somebody that's helping you, assisting you, uplifting you all the time, not dragging you down or preventing you from going anywhere, or just any of those kind of things. You want to avoid anything that's steering you away from yourself, anything that says, no, you can't do it, here, this is the way to do it. You know, follow me, don't follow yourself. Stay away from that stuff, avoid it. So thank you for listening, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Mostly, I'm just glad to be on here to share this information. Is the purpose why I'm doing this is because I needed help, and anybody else that may need this information in the time they need it, it'll be helpful to them. That's all this information is for, is to help one another, to, for try to figure things out so you can get through things much easier and better. Thank you. Have a good day.